What's up, you guys? It has been probably like a month or two since I've made a video. Sorry. Life has been crazy, you guys, just crazy, and I wanted to record this video in live version, meaning this is like basically where I'm at like right now. This is the epitome of what my life is. Just messy, and I wanted to just kind of like show you the raw truth. And I've made videos without makeup before, that's not my point. I'm just gonna get into it, I guess. As you guys can see by the title, there has been quite a few things going on in my life where it's caused me to kind of get sidetracked. I mean, there's just been a lot. And I feel like it all started with, basically I signed up to be a personal trainer. I wanted to do that through this program called NASM. What happened was I actually started to study for that test and everything like that, and I ended up kind of getting distracted by signing up for coaching. So I got all excited about becoming a personal trainer, and then I had a discussion with my current coach, and he basically told me that personal trainers don't make that much money unless they're like in a busy area, they're working with celebs, things like that. So I kind of just took his word for it, and I just said, well, okay, I guess I'm not gonna do that, and I'm gonna focus on life coaching instead for women. And so that is what I've been doing. I've been focusing on that. I have a business now currently in coaching women, but what's been really hard, you guys, and I'm not gonna lie, is just that I've been in this mental space where I've hit, like, I feel like I've hit rock bottom in my life. Emotionally, I feel like I've hit rock bottom, where there's just so much going on. It's been really hard for me to coach women and build them up when I feel very low. So I've been a little bit distracted. I'm gonna get into that later, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update about where I'm at, because I feel like, you know, the people that do subscribe to my channel, like, they've probably been like twiddling their thumbs like, where is she, like, what's happening? And I have lost quite a few subscribers. I kind of expected that to happen, honestly, just because I haven't been on here, so I apologize to you guys for that. But now that I feel like I have a lot to tell you guys, I feel like it's a perfect time to make a video to tell you guys what's really going on. So it started with my NASM, okay? I did not pass that test, or the exam. It's a very hard test to pass. It's like you study and you have all of the practice questions down, and then they literally just flip everything on its head and they change all the questions. So literally all the questions that were on the test, or the exam I should say, was not the same as the practice exam. I had the exam questions down, like freaking down packed, and they were totally different. So that kind of made me frustrated, because I really wanted to pass that test. So what I did was, is after I got distracted from coaching, basically, I turned my attention off of studying and onto coaching. So I just got that going. My exam date came up, and I had only crammed for probably about 2 weeks, okay? I almost passed the exam, but I didn't, because I just shifted my focus, basically. I do plan on taking the exam again. I don't want to quit. I don't want to be like that person who, you know, I failed the exam by just this much. And it just sucks, because like I knew I could have passed it, I just didn't put in the time, basically. Just to be honest, like the NASM exam is very difficult. It's got a low passing rate, because like I said, it's not the same as the practice quizzes. So you have to know the ins and outs of muscles. You've got to know the heart, the way it works. I feel like you learn more in this test as a person that's studying for EMT. It's crazy, you guys. It just blows my mind how much you actually have to know. And it's kind of like crazy. So while this is all going on, I had to move out of my sister's house, because they bought a new house, and they're flipping a house. So I had to move out of their house, and it was just time. Like, I had been living with them for a year, and I already kind of wore out my welcome. Like, I thought I planned on staying there for like 6 months, but that just didn't happen. So I'm in the house now that I'm currently in, and I'm having to move again. It's kind of like you just want a home. You just want something stable, and things pop up, and you know, you cannot predict the future. You don't know what's gonna happen. So you kind of just have to go through things, and you have to kind of just ride the wave, and you just don't know where you're gonna end up. So it would be fantastic if I could find a place to live where I just know that I can stay there for a while. However, right now, because I'm choosing an entrepreneurship life, I'm choosing a job where I can have more freedom, but I'm not making as much money. So basically what I'm doing is I'm Instacarting, And I also have another part-time job that I just got recently, and that's just more delivery stuff. I mean, it's all just deliveries. It's the kind of jobs that don't make you a ton of cash, you know, they don't make you a ton of money, but you have the freedom to build your entrepreneur business, you know, and that is exactly what I'm doing. And so I'm taking a couple steps back financially in order to push myself into the lifestyle and the career path that I've chosen for myself. And it's just been kind of frustrating for other people, like in my family, or, you know, for other people. I'll talk about that person later. But it's been frustrating for them because they're just like, dude, like, you don't have the money to do this, you know, you should be doing this. And it's like, I know, but I'm truly like, no one understands what I'm trying to do, really. Like, some people understand what I'm trying to do, but sometimes you literally have to take a couple steps back and you have to kind of go broke before you can move on to something that you truly want to do. And I don't say like be broke. I'm not like broke, but I can't, it's like I can't even barely afford anything like rent, but I am paying all my bills. Like that's totally like good for me. It's just like, California is so freaking expensive. Like, if I were living anywhere else, I could get my own place for $700, you know, like it would be totally legit. But here in California, you can't do that. So it's just tough. Along with that, you guys, I actually broke up, well, me and Eli broke up. And so I'm going through a breakup, and that's really hard because I didn't want to break up. I just knew that we both kind of knew that it was the right thing right now, because it's just like, it's just hard, you know, there's a lot going on, and I'm not my best self, and he probably is not very happy with that. You know, trying to start a business where you're trying to encourage other women, it's very difficult because, that's all I want to be doing, but it's hard when you're not able to, like, lift yourself up. It's very difficult when you don't feel inspired or encouraged within yourself, and you feel like you have lack of purpose. And that is exactly what I'm trying to say to you guys, is like, it's like I don't know what my purpose is half the time. And so that's where I feel like it's hard for me to get up in the morning and like go. You know, it's easy to make money and it's easy to like just live out the monotonous day to day. But when you're thinking long term and you're thinking of your career and your future, it's like a whole different world. Like you don't freaking know like where it's going. You don't know what's gonna happen. So it's just difficult to kind of see the end result and like where you're going. So it's easy to lose sight of your purpose, is what I'm trying to say. So with that said, I'm just taking one day at a time, and I'm literally in survival mode right now, and I'm okay with it. Like, just in order for me to pursue my dream, pursue my goals, that is the only purpose I have besides, you know, just being a Christian and knowing that my end result is to be in heaven. You know, besides that, like I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing. So with that wrapping up, I just wanted to share a little bit about that, where I'm at with that. A couple other things happened. It's really hard to talk about because I'm still processing it, but it's pretty intense. So I was with someone for 6 months, I think it was maybe a little longer. And this was probably 3 years ago. He passed away at from a motorcycle accident. And I guess he got scraped up and it got infected, and he, you know, didn't take care of it in time or something like that. So that happened. And then my ex-fiance passed away in a motorcycle accident just this month. And so I was engaged to him, you know, for a little while. We were together like 2 years or about. And so, it's just been crazy, you know, like it's weird to hear about two people dying like 2 months apart from each other. And these are people that you really cared for, you know, they were people in your life that made a difference in your life. And you just, it's like those memories that are with you. And what's crazy is that, the ex-fiance, you know, he reached out to me probably a month before he died, because he was going through something major, and I just was like able to encourage him in the Lord and just talk to him and just kind of try to speak life back into him a little bit. I just encouraged him. That's all I really did. I didn't say like, yeah, let's get back together or anything. Like, it wasn't anything like that. It was just him reaching out, just asking me how I'm doing and stuff. And And I did respond just because he was at his lowest. He was at his rock bottom, and I felt really bad for him. So I did reach out while I was in a relationship with, you know, Eli. And I don't feel bad about that, because it wasn't like, I mean, I don't feel like I did anything deceitful, you know. So I just was encouraging to him. And then I find out like that, you know, because he was at his rock bottom, that he made this decision to drink and, you know, go on a motorcycle. You know, these are the things that make me realize that these people are not bad people. They're just really depressed, and they're really having a hard time in their life. They're really feeling low. And so that's when they need people the most. And so if you're that person, because I mean, maybe this video kind of reached out to you, or maybe it kind of spoke to you about, like, in the title, maybe the title kind of stood out to you, and you're kind of at your rock bottom. And I just want you to know, like, you know, there is a way out of it. You just kind of have to give it time. You just have to give it time. Like, don't give up ever. And I know what it's like to have those thoughts where you just want to end your life. Like, you just don't see the purpose. You just kind of go, fuck this, like, I don't care anymore. But you have to really truly just see that there is way more purpose than this day. You know, you have to see outside of this day or this month or the next 3 months even. Like, sometimes it takes that long. Like, you have to suffer for that long. You have to be in that mindset to get out of it. Does that make sense? Like, you have to go low sometimes to get high. You have to crash sometimes to, like, get yourself into a new place mentally. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I think for some of you, you get it. I really take pride in being honest and real, because I feel like there's way too many people that just try to pretend like their life is perfect. And I think for YouTube especially, everybody just wants to pretend like, you know, like they wake up every morning just, you know, and everything's freaking fantastic and perfect, but it's just not the way it's not the way it is, you know. So I just genuinely try to be true and honest and real. After all that stuff happened, you know, I just kind of like, I lost it a little bit mentally. I just kind of was like, what is happening to me? Like, I feel like everything is happening at once, and I just don't know how to handle it. And so sometimes when things get a little bit haywire for me, I go do drastic things. So I got a tattoo. It's a little like Daisy's vine thing, and I like it a lot. I mean, daisies are my favorite flowers, so it's not like I put FU life on here. I just put, you know, my favorite flower, and I just think it's very, like, it's pretty and classy to me. I think it looks nice. I've been wanting a tattoo for a while, so it wasn't like I just did it on a whim per se. Like, I even scheduled a tattoo appointment like a couple years ago or something, and it just didn't work out. So it was like all the way in LA. So these things are just things that we sometimes do to feel like we're in control of our lives, and I like it. I think it's cute, and I don't mind it. So yeah, just a lot has been going on, and I feel like it's been really good because it's been growing me, but it's also been very challenging because you're forced to take care of yourself. Like, this is adulting. And so that's where I'm at. And I really just wanted to share this with you guys because I've been kind of MIA, and I apologize. But I mean, I don't even know when I'll make my next video, but I just hope that I'm in a better place mentally. I hope that I'm in a safer place, like as far as living. I hope that my business is taking off. And who knows, you guys, one day I could be a public speaker, just sharing my heart, sharing my life, and being very real and open. And I don't even mind, like, whatever God wants to do, I'm good with it. I'm just riding the wave, you guys. And I hope that you guys have a really good day, and just know that you're not alone. If this encouraged you, I hope it did. Just know that you're not alone, and there are plenty of people out there that will help you. Just use your resources. Reach out to people even if you feel like it's too hard for you. Alright, you guys, well, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel, and I will probably make more videos in the near future. But until then, I love you guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.